What if I told you Wi-Fi, the thing you're using right now, was invented before the internet even existed? Before Google, before smartphones, even before most people knew what online meant? One brilliant scientist from Australia was already building the foundation of our wireless world. This is not a science fiction story, it's a real journey of genius, patience, and cosmic curiosity. Let's dive into the story of Dr. John O'Sullivan, the man who invented Wi-Fi before the world was even ready for it. Our story begins in the 1970s and 80s. Computers were huge, slow, and connected by thick, messy cables. There was no internet as we know it, just a few government and university networks trying to send basic data from one machine to another. Meanwhile, in Australia, a young physicist named John O'Sullivan was obsessed with space. He wanted to detect signals from exploding black holes, something no one had ever done before. To do this, he had to find a way to identify extremely weak radio waves buried in cosmic noise. He spent years studying radio frequency patterns, writing algorithms to find signals hidden deep inside static. He didn't know it yet, but those same algorithms would one day power the Wi-Fi inside your laptop and phone. By the late 1980s, John joined CSIRO, Australia's national science agency. His black hole research didn't quite take off, but he had a set of powerful mathematical tools, algorithms that could filter and decode messy radio signals. Around the same time, people were starting to dream of wireless communication. But there was one massive problem: interference. Whenever you tried to send data wirelessly, it bounced off walls, floors, and furniture, causing chaos and corruption in the signal. It was like trying to have a conversation in a room filled with echoes. John realized that the same math he used to detect distant black holes could be used to clean up these echo-filled signals on Earth. His theory worked beautifully. The data came through crystal clear even when it bounced around obstacles. That was the birth of what we now call Wi-Fi technology. John and his small CSIRO team spent years refining the concept. They developed what became known as multipath signal correction, a system that allowed data to travel wirelessly through real-world environments without being destroyed by reflection. By 1992, their research turned into a working prototype. Computers could now communicate wirelessly, fast, and stable, something that was science fiction just a decade earlier. They filed for a patent in 1996, which became one of the most valuable patents in Australia's history. But here's the twist. Most of the world ignored them at first. Big tech companies like Apple, Microsoft, and Intel were busy developing wired internet systems. Few believed wireless could ever be reliable or fast enough. John's invention sat quietly in the background until one day the world changed. By the late 1990s, the internet finally went public. People started connecting computers globally, and the demand for faster, easier connections exploded. Cables became a problem. Nobody wanted their desks tied up with wires. Then came Wi-Fi, built on O'Sullivan's technology. It was first commercialized in 1997 under the IEEE 802.11 standard, and it worked like magic. Within a few years, Wi-Fi was everywhere, in homes, airports, cafes, schools, even airplanes. Billions of people started using a technology that John O'Sullivan had quietly built years before the internet boom. And here's something few know. CSIRO later sued several major tech giants for using their patented Wi-Fi technology and won over $400 million in settlements. That just shows just how foundational John's discovery really was. Today, Wi-Fi connects over 20 billion devices around the world. It powers our phones, smart homes, offices, airports, even Mars rovers. But John O'Sullivan's name is still not as famous as it deserves to be. He didn't just invent Wi-Fi before the internet existed. He invented the idea that the world could be connected even before it believed it was possible. If you love true stories of hidden geniuses who changed the world, make sure to follow because the next one will blow your mind even more.